Hey girls, welcome back to Mixed Story Time. Or should I say, welcome back to our third and final story about our clever little teacher, Miss Nelson. Now, if you have not listened to the other two Miss Nelson stories, I would recommend you to go back and listen to Miss Nelson is Missing first, then Miss Nelson is Back second, and then come back to listen to our third story. But if you've already listened to them, I'm sure you're excited and ready to find out what has happened to Miss Viola Swamp in our third Miss Nelson story. And it is called Miss Nelson Has a Field Day, of course, by Harry Allard and James Marshall. For some weeks now, gloom had blanketed the Horace B. Smedley School, which means they were very sad. No one laughed or threw spitballs. No one even smiled. Miss Nelson was worried. Everyone was down in the dumps. Oh, see how sad they are. Even the cafeteria ladies had lost their sparkle. Oh dear, they're so sad. Look, someone's under the desk. Mr. Blansworth was so depressed he hid under his desk. It's the worst team in the whole state, he said. I wonder what kind of team it is. Oh, and it was true. The Smedley Tornadoes were just pitiful. Oh dear, look. It's a football team. Look. They hadn't even won a game all year. They hadn't even scored a single point. And lately they seemed only interested in horsing around and giving the coach the business. Why practice, they said. We'll just lose anyway. Oh dear, that's not a very good attitude, is it? Look, they're just playing around. They're not even practicing. We're in for it now, said old Pop Hansen, the janitor. The big Thanksgiving game is coming up, and the werewolves from Central are real animals. They'll make mincemeat out of our team. What's to be done, said Miss Nelson. We need a real expert, said Pop. That afternoon, while Miss Nelson was grading papers, she heard wild laughter. Oh dear, it was coming from the teacher's lounge. Who could it be? Oh no, it was Coach Armstrong. He had cracked up. Oh my goodness, it looks like he's dancing on the table. Whew. I'll make us a fresh pot of coffee, said Miss Nelson. And when Coach had calmed down, Miss Nelson took him home in a taxi. You need a nice long rest, she said. The next day, it was announced over the PA that Coach Armstrong would be out for a long time with the measles. Who will take his place, said the kids. Who do you think it will be? When Miss Nelson passed by Lulu's after school, a serious discussion was going on. We need someone who can really get the team into shape for the big Thanksgiving game, said one kid. Somebody who knows how to get results. It's too bad Miss Viola Swamp isn't around, said another. Who? Said a kid who was new in town. You've never heard of Viola Swamp, said the first kid. The meanest substitute in the whole wide world? She's a real witch. She'd have no trouble getting results. Mr. Blansworth happened to overhear this. He said. Look, here's Miss Nelson. She overheard it, and Mr. Blansworth. Says Miss Nelson, and she wasted no time getting home. After rummaging around in her closet, she found what she was looking for, an ugly black sweatsuit, and then she made a very important phone call. I'll be right there, said the voice on the other end. Who do you think she's calling? The next day, Mr. Blandsworth announced there would be football practice as usual. Whoever it is, says the guys, let's really give them the business. And so the doors of the coach's office flew open and out stepped a lady in an ugly black dress. My name is Viola Swamp, said the lady, and I am here to get results. It's Blandsworth, cried the guys, and they laughed him off the field. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, no, said Blandsworth. How could they tell it was me? And just then, the guys heard the sound of squeaky tennis shoes. Squeak, 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 squeak. Oh, who do you think it is, girls? Squeak, 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 squeak. I think you guessed it. I am Coach Swamp, said the lady in the black sweatsuit. Uh-oh. Oh, no, cried the team. It's the Swamp. Oh. Not so fast. The team's fullback tried to pussyfoot away. Not so fast, Mr. Smarty, said Coach Swamp. Wow, said one of the guys. Did you see that tackle? Oh, my goodness. Oh, dear. Coach Swamp was a real expert. She put the team to work right away. The guys had never done so many leg raises. More, said Coach Swamp. They had never run so fast. Faster, yelled Coach Swamp. This is awful, said the guys. Pipe down, said Coach Swamp. Oh, my goodness. She is really getting them into shape, isn't she? In only a matter of days, the Smedley Tornadoes were looking better. Coach Swamp really gave him the business. Mr. Blandsworth was a little puzzled, however. Who is that Miss Swamp? He said. Maybe Miss Nelson knows. I'll go ask her. Miss Nelson was busy grading papers when Blandsworth lurked in. Well, I don't want to disturb her, said Blandsworth. She probably doesn't know anyway. Right, there she is. But there, down on the field, Coach Swamp was having a little talk with the team. And don't ever think you can horse around again, she said, because the Swamp will be watching, right? When Coach Armstrong returned after his rest, he was very surprised what he found. The guys played like a real team. How did this happen? Asked Coach Armstrong. Said the kids. They didn't know. And look, there's Miss Nelson. And there is Viola Swamp. On Thanksgiving Day, the tornadoes clobbered the werewolves 27-3. They won. All that work paid off, right? It was a great day for the Horace B. Smedley School. All right, there we go. There, look, there's Viola Swamp, and there is Miss Nelson. They're sitting by each other. So after the game, Blandsworth treated the whole team to hot dogs at Lulu's. Miss Nelson went home tired and happy. Look, there they are at Lulu's, having a celebration treat for winning the game. Right. And so, Miss Nelson is tired and went home. And guess what, girls? The biggest surprise of all. Sometimes you just have to get tough, she told her sister Barbara. And by the way, Thanks for filling in for me. Anytime, says Barbara. Anytime. Look, girls. Miss Nelson has a identical twin sister. Ah, look. So who do you think Viola's mom was? Yeah, her sister Barbara. All right, girls, so now you know the rest of the story about Miss Nelson and Miss Viola Swamp. And don't forget, Miss Nelson and Miss Viola Swamp will be watching. Bye-bye.